it's only natural for the team to focus on selecting a wide receiver in the upcoming draft. There's also a clear need to bolster the left side of the offensive line. However, one position that hasn't received nearly enough attention is that of the running back, who could step in as a viable competitor to challenge Andre Stevenson and Antonio Gibson. Let's dive deeper into this discussion. Before we start exploring the many draft prospects, I want to hear your opinion. Who do you think the team should target, regardless of the round? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments as we move forward. This draft class is among the most promising groups of running backs I've seen in the past decade. The team should seize this opportunity to add a player who could elevate their ground game this season. While improving the passing game is a priority, especially with talents like Drake, May, and Stephon Diggs on the roster, the question remains, who should be considered for the backfield? It's evident that the team has an interest in acquiring a young, promising running back. Recent discussions have pointed toward their desire to bring in someone who can develop into a key contributor. There have been talks surrounding Randre and the issue of ball security. He's aware of it and is expected to receive support. Beyond that, it's vital that the other 10 players on offense understand their role in protecting the ball carrier. With 9 total picks in this upcoming draft, there's a real opportunity to target a running back with either the 67th or 69th selection. Thanks to Matthew Judon, a trade with Dallas could also be in play to select Joe Milton later in the 5th round. Although this pick doesn't need to come at number 4 overall, the team must ensure they lock in a running back with one of their selections. Draft analyst Mel Kiper, a widely respected voice in this space, recently released his running back rankings, highlighting names like Ashton Janney, Omarion Hampton, and Quinshon Judkins. Let's take a closer look at these prospects. It's essential that the team selects a running back with one of these picks. While players like Janney, Omarion Hampton, and Judkins are highly regarded, we'll also take a look at R.J. Harvey and Cam Skadebo, who could be available after the team has addressed its primary offensive needs. That said, it's unlikely the team will have a shot at either Janney or Omarion Hampton. The reason is simple. They likely won't be available by the time the team picks again at number 38. These are first-round caliber players. And just to clarify, the team shouldn't consider taking Ashton Janney with the 4th overall pick in the 2025 draft. As talented as he is, after all, he was a Heisman finalist. It simply doesn't align with the team's needs at that spot. Now that we've cleared that up, let's turn our attention to the other running backs who will be available in this class. I believe this is an exceptionally strong group. If the team decides to select a running back in the 3rd or 4th round, the talent level available could be very impressive, further proof of the depth of this class. While it's tempting to get excited about a first-round talent like Janney, it's important not to overlook the value that can be found in the later rounds. Reports indicate the team is looking for 3 specific traits in a running back during this draft. First, they want speed, especially since they already have a power back in Stevenson. Second, they need someone with receiving ability, as Raheem hasn't proven reliable in that area. History shows that Josh McDaniels favors backs who can catch passes, a trend Patriots fans have observed for over 2 decades. Lastly, the team is looking for explosiveness, a self-explanatory trait. They want someone dynamic and high energy. These 3 traits will guide our evaluation. Those familiar with the Patriots fan base know how deeply these preferences run. McDaniels has long valued running backs who bring versatility, particularly in the passing game. The desire for an explosive runner is strong, and with that in mind, we'll evaluate 10 draft-eligible running backs based on these 3 core traits. We'll begin with those projected to go on day 1 or day 2, with the focus primarily on a 2nd-round pick or perhaps a late day 1 selection if the team decides to trade up. Dylan Sampson from Tennessee is a name expected to go between the 2nd and 3rd rounds. Most of the backs we'll discuss fall between the 2nd and 5th rounds, which seems ideal for finding a well-rounded contributor. So the question arises, which round would be best to draft a running back? Should the team prioritize an offensive lineman or take a chance on someone like Dylan Sampson in the 2nd round? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I've already highlighted the traits the team is looking for, so let's go into more detail on each prospect. Dylan Sampson is a fast runner, clocking in at 4.48 seconds. However, His receiving skills haven't been fully tested, with a low number of catches and yards. This may not fit the need for a back who can run wheel routes or jet sweeps. Still, his explosiveness is undeniable. He's agile and effective after contact, often picking up extra yards. Notably, he's already had a pre-draft visit with the team, which signals clear interest, potentially for a third-round selection given the two opportunities available there. Let's now consider another prospect with slightly more speed and greater utilization as a pass catcher. Though he recorded the same number of receptions, he amassed about 100 more receiving yards, something that aligns more closely with what the coaching staff is seeking in its offensive system. His explosiveness truly stands out when accelerating after contact. He keeps a low center of gravity and secures the ball effectively, both essential traits. He also has the ability to identify openings without slowing down. An interesting detail about this player is that he spent most of his life as a quarterback before transitioning to running back in college. That experience gives him a unique edge. He combines quarterback instincts, wide receiver skills, and traditional running back traits into a rare triple threat profile. There's also another candidate who averages 4.4 seconds in the 40-yard dash, which categorizes him as a speed back. Like the earlier athlete, he's not heavily featured in the passing game, but excels in generating strength after contact. He's almost like a superhero. The more hits he takes, the stronger he becomes, often breaking through the line. However, he's quite similar to someone already on the roster. If the goal is to find a true speed back, another athlete might be better suited, particularly one who's faster and more comfortable using his hands. Given that the roster already has a power back, it would be unwise to draft another in the same mold. That said, this young player is incredibly strong. Just for context, most elite athletes squat around 500 to 600 pounds. He can squat 635 pounds, highlighting his raw power. Another name worth considering is a player from a different university who is slightly slower, likely due to a heavier lower body. He ranks among the slower prospects in this group, yet he may have the best hands of any running back projected for the later rounds. His short and stocky build gives him a low stance, which is advantageous for shedding tackles. He's not the fastest, but he's probably the top pass catcher at the position outside of round one. His low center of gravity makes it difficult for second-level defenders to bring him down. He plays with a linebacker's mindset, reading the field and breaking tackles with impressive awareness. That mentality fits perfectly with a coach who values toughness and discipline. Another prospect has average speed, but can deliver power when needed. He has 258 receiving yards on 21 catches, showing reliable hands even if he won't be used as heavily in that role as the previously mentioned players. His lack of explosiveness could make the team hesitant to invest heavily, especially if they want a more balanced skill set. There are also questions about his creativity and whether he can produce dynamic plays. Still, his ball security is elite, with just one fumble over 2 seasons. That reliability could pair well with another back who struggles with ball protection. In evaluating day 1 and 2 running back targets, I'd lean toward the previously discussed players as the best fits for the team's needs. One of them boasts that impressive 635-pound squat, but I believe the other, more adept at catching passes, is the better fit. The coach could expand his offensive playbook with a back like that, offering a level of versatility that was missing under the previous regime. I believe Cam Skadebo is the most suitable option due to his pass-catching ability. The coach could dramatically broaden the offensive playbook with a back who brings that element, something Stevenson didn't show last season, especially without the head coach present. Is it worth considering Skadebo? I believe so, but it depends on his availability. Let me know your thoughts in the comments if you haven't already. Now, let's move on to some day 3 running back options. The team holds 2 picks in the 5th round and 2 more in the 7th, creating multiple chances to secure a runner. Before diving into those names, I want to remind everyone to get ready for this year's games. If the wait feels long, there are already plenty of exciting games you can attend right now by using a ticket app. This is the same service I use to grab tickets for sports events, concerts, comedy shows, and even theater. Like I said, while football may feel far off, the city's basketball team is currently in the NBA playoffs, one of the most electric postseason experiences you can have. You can find amazing deals on great seats through this app, and it even lets you preview a 360-degree view of your seat before you buy. Whether you're looking for tickets to baseball, hockey, basketball, or football games, this app is a must-have. You can save up to 60% on last-minute tickets to nearly any event. It's available for download now. Be sure to use the promo code on your first purchase for a discount. Terms apply, of course. Again, don't forget to download the app and apply the promo code to unlock savings. Now, let's get back to our breakdown of Day 3 running backs. There's a ticketing app that offers $20 off your first ticket purchase. Again, terms apply. Be sure to download the app and use the promo code for that discount. Now, let's evaluate some of the running backs likely to be available on Day 3. Allen, Marks, Blue, Brooks, and Edwards are among the prospects projected to be taken in the later rounds, specifically between the 4th and 7th. Although these aren't early-round picks, they bring valuable traits and could become exciting development projects for a coach looking to groom new talent. Let's start with an athlete from Syracuse. His fit with the Patriots is questionable, mainly because he didn't participate in a key event, raising doubts about his speed. This lack of measurable data and explosiveness may reduce his chances of making the final roster. On the other hand, another running back is climbing draft boards. Known for his speed, he's drawing comparisons to previously discussed prospects. He's racked up a strong total of yards through a variety of receptions and shows great football intelligence, especially in tough situations. He's also fumbled just once across a high volume of carries, which is a promising stat. Jaden Blue stands out as an intriguing prospect, especially after already visiting the team. He could be a 5th-round selection. Like Marks, he's recognized for his secure hands, with an average of 44 receptions, and his agility in tight spaces makes him a promising project. Meanwhile, Taj Brooks, who ran a 40-yard dash in 4.5 seconds, hasn't been used much in the passing game and doesn't stand out for speed. Still, he's a strong player with reliable hands, recording very few drops throughout his career. But if the goal is to find a quicker back, his time may not be sufficient to rise above the competition. Donovan Edwards ran a 4.4-second 40-yard dash and logged 18 receptions for 83 yards. This output doesn't position him favorably under Josh McDaniels' direction, especially when compared to Andre Stevenson. His lack of creativity and inability to claim the starting role at Michigan further cloud his draft stock. Overall, Edwards doesn't appear to be an ideal match for the team's current system. Although he's tough, the attention might shift to Woody Marks from Southern Cal or Jaden Blue from Texas, especially since Blue already had a visit in New England. That connection makes him a standout candidate. If the interest is genuine, letting him slip away could be a mistake. Therefore, Marks and Blue may very well represent the team's best options on Day 3 of the NFL Draft. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The NFL rumor mill is buzzing with a shocking and potentially game-changing whisper. Tyreek Hill, the electrifying wide receiver of the Miami Dolphins, could be donning the New England Patriots uniform next season. While the thought of Hill swapping teams seems almost unthinkable given his current role with the Dolphins, the notion of this high-speed superstar joining Bill Belichick's Patriots is one that has football fans on the edge of their seats. Could the Patriots, a team struggling to find consistent offensive weapons, land the fastest man in football to revolutionize their attack? Let's dive into the details of this tantalizing rumor. Tyreek Hill's name has been synonymous with speed since he burst onto the NFL scene. With a track and field background that led to his iconic Cheetah nickname, Hill's ability to break free from defenders with ease has made him a nightmare for opposing defenses. A perennial Pro Bowl selection and Super Bowl 54 champion, Hill has accumulated over 10,000 career receiving yards and is still at the top of his game. His 2023 season was nothing short of spectacular, leading the NFL in receiving yards and earning first-team All-Pro honors. So, why would a player of Hill's caliber consider leaving a franchise like the Dolphins, especially when they've been one of the league's more exciting offenses in recent years. Reports surfaced after the Dolphins' disappointing 2024 season, where Hill's frustration with his team reached a boiling point. Despite his individual success, the Dolphins missed the playoffs, marking the first time in Hill's career he wouldn't be playing postseason football. This frustration, coupled with Hill's cryptic social media activity that mirrored Antonio Brown's dramatic exit from Tampa Bay, has led to speculation that he could be seeking a new home. And what better place than New England, where the Patriots have long been in search of a game-breaking wide receiver to pair with their young quarterback, Mac Jones. For the Patriots, the addition of Tyreek Hill would be nothing short of revolutionary. Despite a defensive-minded culture, New England has struggled to establish a reliable offensive weapon at wide receiver in recent years. Hill's explosive speed would immediately elevate the Patriots' offensive game plan, giving Mac Jones a legitimate deep threat to stretch the field. The prospect of pairing Hill with Kendrick Bourne, Juju Smith-Schuster, and a developing offense is enough to make any Patriots fan's mouth water. Bill Belichick is no stranger to making bold moves in pursuit of championship glory, and securing Hill could be the catalyst to push the team back into Super Bowl contention. However, the logistics of a potential trade remain complicated. Hill is under contract with the Dolphins through 2025, and with the way the Dolphins have structured their offense around him, they would undoubtedly be reluctant to trade away their star receiver. A deal with New England would likely require significant draft capital and could be a difficult pill for Miami to swallow, especially within the same division. That said, the drama and intrigue surrounding Hill's future, coupled with his own frustration, could make the impossible seem very possible. As always, in the NFL, nothing is ever truly out of the question. Whether or not Tyreek Hill ends up in New England, the very idea has stirred up excitement and debate throughout the NFL landscape. The combination of his otherworldly speed and the Patriots' hunger for offensive firepower could create one of the most dynamic duos in the league. If this rumor comes to fruition, it will not only reshape the AFC East, but could also have major implications on the playoff race. For now, fans can only speculate, but the possibility of Hill wearing a Patriots jersey in 2025 is a thought that will keep NFL enthusiasts talking for months to come. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to the Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.